You're full.
LeBron's been known as a new wine head, and he posted some of
that's
his
Asaikaya. That's Asaikaya is a ridiculously good one. I've had that at 97.
So LeBron is a wine head.
Yeah.
Powerful.
Yeah, he has some quite a few bottles of Opus One apparently, which is
Opus One is not. That's Asaikaya is way better than Opus One.
Right.
Look at what he wrote here. Last night was mad real, fresh out of Advil. Jesus grabbed the wheel. Sheesh. Imagine getting fucked up with LeBron James.
I think I brought that wine to your the one with the yellow.
I think you
label.
did.
I think I brought
you did.
that here.
I think you did. Yeah, it looks very familiar. Yeah, it's some good ass fucking wine.
Chasson Montrachet.
Good ass wine, Mr. Super Athlete.
There you go.
That's a real one.
Yeah,
Wow.
shit.
There's some real super athletes we go listen.
He's an avatar.
I don't give a fuck what kind of steroids you take. You ain't never gonna look like that. Never. Like there's human beings that have just the most unfathomable physical advantages.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like LeBron James would have like an unfathomable physical advantage over someone who would have an unfathomable physical advantage over you.
Yeah. Well,
Like
I did a thing. I asked the guy who follows this, Jimmy Burke, about LeBron James. I called him up and I left him one message. I said, Jim, and I want you to be honest and don't insult me. At what age did LeBron James surpass me as an athlete? And be careful with your fucking answer.
He said
because I'm a proud man. And I'll kick your fucking ass. I hung up the phone. I got a very thoughtful dissertation. And I just got this. 12 years old. And there's no question about that. 12. By the time he was 14, he's 6'4", 235, best player in the country. You were not that. You're not even close to that.
He was 14.
Yeah.
He was 6'4".
Yeah, I think he was 6'4". Look at him. Yeah, he's a freak. Yeah, there you go.
Look at the size of him. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's 6'9", 265, and I sat next to Carlos Boozer, who played with him, and they're the same size. And he goes, he's just a step faster than everybody as well, and just ridiculously strong.
Well, see, a guy like that, if he was fighting, everybody would be fucked.
Of course,
they're lucky. Yeah. They are goddamn lucky there's that much money in basketball.
That's right. He's incredibly
LeBron
fast.
James got into that. And the people go, well, you know what, man? Some things that make a great basketball player wouldn't necessarily make you a great fighter. Listen to me. Save it. That guy's going to beat your fucking ass.
Yeah.
He's a winner. There's just a certain level of winners that, like, he'd do whatever the fuck he wants.
Whatever he wants.
Bo Jackson could have done whatever the fuck he
I worked
wanted.
with Bo Jackson for a week.
Did you?
Yes, I did. And he was, and I said, "Oh, what do you weigh?" He was in a white T-shirt, and I was looking at the thickness of his fingers. You know me, I obsess because I'm basically a gay man. So I was looking at his hands. I grabbed his hands. It was just this giant meat, and I said, "What do you weigh?" He goes, He said, "I remember." It was so weird. He was so specific. He said, "I'm 6'1" and a half, 240 pounds, 245 pounds." And he was the same size when he played, and he never has lifted weights in his life, ever. And he didn't lift weights when he played. He would just, as in his words, I'd just strap it on, and I'd hear the other team going, Bo's in the game, Bo's in the game. But you have to also understand that Bo Jackson not only did whatever he wanted to you on the football field, faster than everybody at 245 and stronger, he was also was he not an MVP in baseball?
All-star at least. I don't know
All-star?
MVP, but for sure All-Star, yeah.
That's unheard of. Deion Sanders played both ways, but there's no one like Bo Jackson. That's crazy. Throwing BBs, throwing fucking ropes from center field. I mean, he's a whole different kind of guy.
And one tackle, one hip injury.
That's right.
Changed all that shit.
Well, his hip started to die. It was some kind of necritis in his bone or something like that.
It's from getting hit. There was a very famous hit that he got tackled. You could see like the impact that it has on his hips when he goes down. At least am I remembering that correctly? There was a video of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you see the injury, and it's like
just a ridiculous athlete.
And still came back and was smashing home runs with a fake hip. Came back and played baseball. Just couldn't really run anymore, you know?